in your phone, somewhere you can see him, preferably. Anyway, I was thinking about a teacher that helped me pretty much read and write for the most part, and I just want to talk about that person today. So, Mr. Jerwood, I met in, I think it was year 3, it might have been year 4, but the first time we ever came about was, I think there was a bit of, we were doing fractions, and I was really bad at them, and I don't think I did much. I'm pretty sure I kind of got in trouble for not doing the lesson or whatnot. Anyway, so one break time I was in trouble, and instead of just having to serve the detention or whatnot in my break time, he got me. He took me up to his office and he had some apple juice, some orange juice, and pineapple juice, all these different juices, right? And he would basically teach me fractions through mixing these drinks together. And it made sense. It really made sense to me. And I remember just thinking like that this thing that was on a page, he kind of brought it to life, and it made sense. And it was because he genuinely cared about me learning. And he would go on to create this place in my school called The Pod. And there was only about 3 of us. I think maybe 3 or 4, depending on what time we were coming around. But basically, it was a place for the special kids, the kids that weren't probably too bright or had anger issues or whatnot. Probably not the best way to describe it, but the kids that definitely needed extra help. And I was one of those kids. He would take us 3, and he got me from a reading level of a nursery kid to grade 6 by the time I had left school, which was amazing. Like, honestly, insane. Now I look back on it, because I'd been kind of pushed aside for so long and not had the right teacher with me for so long that I was so behind. And I find it funny because all of the ways he taught me, every single thing he taught me was a game. Everything was a game. And it worked every single time. There would be times where we'd get this putty and we'd bounce it back and forth on this table, a bit like ping pong or something. And when you'd go, like you'd grab the ball, you'd say a letter of a word, like a spelling bee, and you'd go back and forth, and then you'd do it the other way, so you'd get the whole letter, the whole word. It was amazing. There's a few stories that always stuck out to me that I had with Mr. Jerwood. One day I got a haircut. I didn't like to get haircuts, right? I mean, as you can see, my hair is just, it's just always about the place, right? But as a kid, it was like, it was worse than this. It was worse than this. And I hated getting my hair cut. And at the time, I was probably about maybe 8, maybe 9, and I only got my hair cut by one person in my entire life. Funnily enough, his nickname was Chainsaw Charlie, and it was the only person that would go to get my hair cut. But I didn't live near this person, by the person that got my hair cut. So my mum took me somewhere else to get my hair cut. Now, I barely spoke until I was about 8 or 7, because of reasons I don't know. I was really shy, and I didn't talk. I didn't like to talk. And she wanted me to talk to the lady that was cutting my hair, and I was just honestly too shy to do so. And my mum got angry. Halfway through the haircut, she's picked me up, she's chucked me out the shop, she's paid the lady, and we've gone home. The following day, I go in, I have my hoodie up in school, and I go into Mr. Jerwood's office, and he's like, "Oh, why'd you take your hood down? We're in school." And I didn't want to. I ended up talking to him about what happened, and he said, cool, let's get your hood off. And he took a pair of scissors and he tried his very best to sort it out. And I remember that day because he definitely shouldn't have cut my hair, right? If I had said, oh no, like if he messed up or if I got upset about it, he could have been probably got into trouble. But he knew that I had enough respect for him for even just trying. And I absolutely loved him for that. And then there was another story where we had this thing that was like a cube, and it was literally pitch black in there, and we would go in there to calm down, right? It was quite nice, honestly. Now I think about it, actually, it was really good. But one time I got angry, I have no clue why, but I had got in the den, and you could just pick these up, they weigh nothing. I picked it up and I put the bottom of so like the entrance is here, and I put it on the floor. And I stood up in this, and Mr. Joe was telling me to put it back down and just to leave it. I got angry and I threw a punch at Mr. Joe. And still to this day, it really, really upset me that I threw that punch. As soon as I did it, it upset me. My anger had gotten the best of me of someone that was honestly only ever trying to help me. Never once did he let me think otherwise. He honestly always had my back. Never once can I recall a time that he didn't. And it upset me straight away. The thing is, because I was in this den thing, I don't think he quite saw it. Years later, I found out that he had called my mum after that and said, I think Cameron's just throwing a punch at me. And I never got into trouble about it. No, I didn't, because he knew something I didn't at the time. And what it was I threw that punch, but it wasn't directed at him. Even though he was the target, the punch wasn't aimed at him. Anyway, that's the story of Mr. Gelwood. I absolutely love him. He's taught me so much, and I would not be the person I am today if it wasn't for him. And I appreciate that. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna go edit this and go to sleep. See you guys tomorrow. Bye.